Hey, what's going on, guys? Dave the Usher here, and oh boy, I'm excited. As the title suggests, we're doing an unboxing of G.I. Joe stuff. This is gonna be a lot of fun. This stuff is from the Transformers Collectors Club store, actually, but technically it's G.I. Joe stuff. It was on sale. I've been wanting this stuff for like months, and then I happened to just see it on sale, and I was like, well, come on, now it's on sale. I have to do it. So this is it's meant to be. Okay, come on, paper stuff. All right, our first item, just taking it out right away, and then our second item. Yep, this is Old Snake and two bats, man. Battle Android Troopers. Do you guys know who Old Snake is? That's Cobra Commander, man. This is Cobra Commander right here. Wow, this is cool. I'm contemplating whether or not to open these. For those of you who aren't familiar with Old Snake, this version of Cobra Commander, well, you would have to have watched Season 3 of Transformers, where Cobra Commander made a cameo in the episode called Only Human. Basically, the bad dude, evil dude, wants to get control of the good guys' powers, or in this case, their bodies, the Autobot bodies. They, made some device, and they captured a couple of the Autobots. It was RC, it was Springer, it was Rodimus, and it was Ultra Magnus, those four. They strapped them to a table, whatever, and then they electroshocks and science stuff, whatever, who cares? It dumped like their core consciousness, oh, that's like Beast Wars talk, right? Into like this big vat of like protoplasm stuff, and they formed into humans, only human. So their robot forms and vehicle forms, their bodies were there to be used as like weapons, just vehicles, empty shells, I guess you could say, right? The bad guys had the assistance of Old Snake, because his organization was doing stuff in the past, back in the day with synthoid technology. Oh yes, Mr. Draft. That's actually a reference to a Season 1 episode, a couple of episodes in Season 1, where Cobra Commander was doing like synthoid stuff, and he captured like the head honchos of G.I. Joe. And then there was that two-parter episode, the Season 1 finale of G.I. Joe, where there's no place like Springfield. I love that two-parter. It was kind of a shipwreck-centric episode. So yeah, Old Snake was brought in to assist with his technology, with his sciences, with whatever. Of course, Chris Latta was there in Season 3 of Transformers for a couple of episodes to reprise the role of Starscream's ghost. But yeah, he came in, he played Cobra Commander, and it was such a great episode. We all love that episode. The ending, those final several seconds where, he says, they simply don't make terrorists the way they used to. He raised his fists in the air and he just shouted out, for old time's sake, Cobra! Oh, it was so great. It is very detailed and totally show accurate to the, episode of Season 3 in Transformers Only Human. He's even wearing the gauntlets that kind of look like Serpentor's gauntlets, the ones he used, man. These gloves right here, as if Cobra Commander finally overthrew him and took back Cobra, perhaps? So whether he did it that way, or, you want to count Operation Dragonfire as the way Cobra Commander finally seized back Cobra after he was turned into a human once more by Baroness and Nagahide. Hey, do I know my facts or what here? He also, of course, comes with two bats. These are actually recolored sound waves from Transformers Prime. And what I loved about toys back in the day when I was a kid was the bio, file name classified, primary military specialty intelligence, secondary military specialty ordnance, experimental weaponry and technology, Birthplace, classified. Everything's classified with the Cobra Commander. Once resigned to slither back into the shadows and live out the rest of his life, coiled in quiet solitude, an encounter with 4 heroic Autobots, extraterrestrial robots from the planet Cybertron, changed Old Snake's vision of retirement. Gone was the reverie and aimlessness, cut down by the sharp return of an ambition for absolute power. With the incarnation of crime lord Victor Drath, a power vacuum in the underbelly of society gave Old Snake access to the perfect collection of condemnable and reprehensible individuals whom he could use to shape the new face of Cobra. For true muscle in the new day and age, however, he still needed something with the might to challenge any adversary, be it G.I. Joe, Earth Defense Command, or Autobots. Focusing on his expertise in experimental weapon technologies, Old Snake set about building the next Cobra army with steel plates and circuit boards rather than flesh and blood. Now for the stealth battle android trooper. So their primary function is espionage. Hey, it's kind of like Soundwave 2, actually. Secondary function, assault and target elimination. Old Snake's first attempt to harness a strength similar to the Autobots that he once tried to capture resulted in varied results. The hulking robot of Old Snake's creation truly did possess brute force as well as great intelligence. However, the interference from former General Clayton Hawk Abernathy and the Earth Defense Command caused the loss of any semblance of control over Serpent OR. That was like a Transformers Collectors Club exclusive toy. Not willing to commit the same error again, Old Snake decided to forego intellect in his next endeavor. Mimicking the programming from Cobra prolific but now outdated battle android troopers, Old Snake upgraded the Cobra B.A.T with added size as well as the ability to disguise themselves as unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. Although not quite the height of the Autobots, the lithe and agile stealth B.A.T can maneuver in ways that most of the robots from Cybertron cannot even imagine. To further aid in espionage as well as assault operations, each stealth B.A.T also features a detachable Bat-like Night Shriek remote unit that can access small spaces and create havoc through sabotage and data breaches. And now for a couple of little quotes here. Old Snake is hatred and evil wrapped up in years of bitterness and acerbity. He is not to be underestimated, nor his unscrupulous tendencies underrated. Even as he advances in years, he is still one of the most dangerous men alive. Who said that? Marissa Fairborn. And it also says, a stealth B.A.T has the potential to become the truly perfect soldier, with the sound of their mighty steel boots causing fear and panic wherever they march. With each attack that they commit, Cobra comes closer to regaining the greatness and glory it once possessed. Alright, now let's get to our next item right here. Marissa Fairborn with Afterbreaker. Here's a little close-up for you guys so you can see Marissa Fairborn close up, riding her cycle, and she looks awesome. So you guys might want to know who Marissa Fairborn is. Well, Flint's last name, from G.I. Joe, his last name was Fairborn. Basically, Marissa Fairborn was a character introduced in Season 3 of the Transformers, and basically, it's pretty much like Flint and Lady J getting together and having a child, a daughter, who is Marissa Fairborn. So let's check out the back then. EDC, Cybertronian, Liaison, Marissa Fairborn. Primary military specialty, Exo-Cyber Interdiction. Secondary military specialty, Trans-Atmospheric Combat Flight. Birthplace was Albuquerque, New Mexico. With 2 parents on the elite interdisciplinary G.I. Joe team, Marissa was an Army brat through and through. Growing up, she came to appreciate the beauty and fragility of the varied environments of Earth as she bounced from base to base and continent to continent. She attended the U.S. Air Force Academy to her parents' twin pride and chagrin. They had been hoping for West Point, and graduated Salatorian. She qualified for the Intensity Competitive Solo Orbital Flight Program and was among the first wave of pilots to qualify for extra-atmospheric combat. When General Clayton Hawk Abernathy formed the Earth Defense Command to protectively address the Decepticon threat, she was one of the first to sign up. Marissa is a driven officer with a keen tactical mind who understands the importance of seizing and maintaining the initiative. She appreciates the Autobots as allies but doesn't trust them completely. And my wife just got home. Good stuff, guys. So there you go. The dogs are barking at the door. My wife just got home, and I love Marissa Fairborn. I love Old Snake. I love the Bats. And Afterburner is an Autobot from the, the Protectobot team? I'm a little distracted. Afterburner was from Computron, I believe. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a wrap because my wife did just get home. Leave me those comments. What do you think? In or out of the display cases? I'm probably going to be leaving them in because, I mean, they're just so cool. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I hope you enjoyed me talking about, some G.I. Joe and some Transformers. And, links to my social media pages, Patreon, all that stuff is in the video description below. I'm Dave the Usher. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys. Good stuff.